Unlike evocation, where you are requesting an audience with a deity, in an invocation you are taking a deity inside yourself. This is sometimes referred to as possession. So why would someone want to be possessed? Invocation is usually a far more personal and intimate experience than evocation, as you are sharing your body and being with the deity. Because of this, invocation is far more recommended for long-term work with the deity. Another reason is to gain the traits of the deity that you need, lack, or want more of. For example, to hone your skills as a musician, you could invoke Pan, Apollo, or Hathor. For more aggressive qualities, one may invoke Thor, Ares, or the Morrigan due to their association with war and victory gained through conflict. From a psychological perspective, you could say that invocation utilizes symbols to gain the qualities they have, which you desire or want more of. Again, you could say that in a trance state, our minds give life to these symbols, allowing for interaction with them. In my method towards invocation, I use the same steps used in evocation, but the main difference is wording and how I meditate. To avoid me making the same video twice, I will list the steps briefly and include a link to my evocation video in the description for more detail. Step 1. Banishing. Something as simple as laughter, percussion, clapping, or a bell. Step 2. Gate ritual. If the pantheon requires it, petition said pantheon's gatekeeper, recite a speech or mantra declaring the gate open. Step 3. Offering, mantras, invocate. Give any offerings prepared, recite any mantras or speeches, focus on any sigils used. The main difference during this step is to will the spirit into you rather than to appear before you. Step 4. Meditation. Begin to meditate. Empty your mind of everything until you are relaxed, then focus on the deity. Recite mantras or focus on a sigil if deemed necessary. Feel the deity's presence, but feel it entering you, possessing your body and becoming one with you. Step 5. Possession. Now this is the part that is the most different. This part is in contrast to the visualization stage of evocation. Not to say that you won't see sights through the mind's eye, but that it is not the main focus of this step. During this phase, feel the deity's words when they speak. I would suggest you start a conversation if they don't speak right away. Allow them to communicate through your mouth. It may sometimes take time, but you will find your mouth saying things that you know you didn't say. This is how you know the invocation has worked. During this phase, let the deity influence your mannerisms. Feel yourself becoming deified by the deity's presence. Step 6. Banishing, end ritual. It is at this stage where you need to think on whether you want to work with the deity on a long-term basis or not. If this is an invocation for a specific purpose like a spell, then you should perform a banishing after the experience is over. However, for long-term work, most practitioners, including myself, do not banish at this stage. Closing the gate, however, is advised, but for the long-term work, make sure the deity is on your side of the gate when you close it. With invocation, it is even more essential that you research the deity's lore. Learn everything you possibly can, especially if you are planning long-term work. There are many great benefits to long-term invocation, but also a lot you must be wary of. I'll give you some examples. With Loki, one will see their sense of slack greatly increase. One would also be able to laugh in the face of trouble, maybe even welcome it. However, Loki has a very dark sense of humor, and you will most likely laugh at things in bad taste, even if you normally would find these things to be cruel rather than funny. I have found that through long-term invocation, there is less need to perform a full ritual in order to converse with the deity. This could be due to becoming familiar to the deity's presence, or the deity merging with my psyche. It could even be both. Through extensive ritual practice, the deity's voice can be heard on a daily basis. Even though this is true for me, I still perform evocations and invocations for purpose of ritual and intimacy. This has been my video on invocation, and I will see you in the next video.